Hi, welcome back to Privacy Please. I'm your host, Cameron Ivy, and I got another good one for you. This is a new one. It's the very first episode of a new series called Digital Fallout. Now, before we begin, the story you're about to hear is a true story. It's based on extensive public reporting. We've dramatized certain elements to bring the story to life. For a full list of our sources, please see the show notes. Now, with that said, let's get into the story. The story begins on a Tuesday morning in June of 2017. In an office park in Maidenhead, England, a 40-year-old IT administrator named Ian is finishing his morning tea. It's a day like any other. The low hum of servers in the background, gentle clacking of keyboards. It's routine. It's normal. That's when he gets the first strange call. It's a colleague in the finance department. She sounds confused. "Ian," she says, "my files, they have strange names now, and I can't open any of them." Ian tells her he'll look into it. A single user with a corrupted file is pretty common, everyday problem there. But before he can even log into his diagnostic tool, another call comes in. And another. All from the same office. All with the same bizarre issue. And that's when Ian's own screen flickers. He watches as a black screen takes over his monitor. Then, red text begins to appear, line by line, like something out of an old horror movie. It's a ransom note. It says their files have been encrypted, and to get them back, they need to send $300 in Bitcoin to a specific address. Now, you have to understand, for an IT professional back in 2017, seeing ransomware was almost becoming routine. It was a problem for sure, but it was a known problem, a problem with a playbook. You isolate the infected machines, you wipe them, you restore them from backup. But what Ian didn't know, what no one in that office could possibly know, was that this wasn't a normal crime. And the message on their screens wasn't a ransom note at all. It was a tombstone. While Ian and his team scrambled to unplug computers from the wall, trying to stop the spread, the phone on his desk rings. It's not a local call. It's from the company's global headquarters in Copenhagen, Denmark. The voice on the other end is panicked. "It's here," the voice says. "It's happening here, too." Then another call. Rotterdam. The port terminals are frozen. New Jersey. The logistics systems are offline. Mumbai. The data is gone. Across 130 countries, a digital plague is spreading through the company's network at impossible speed. The global nervous system of this massive, world-spanning corporation is being severed. Office by office, server by server. In their high-tech command center, executives watch on a giant world map, like it's out of some kind of a movie, as their office locations blink from green to yellow to red, and then go dark. Within minutes, the company is blind. They have no idea which ships are carrying which cargo, no way to schedule trucks, no way to process payments, no way to even get into the gates at their own shipping terminals. A multi-billion-dollar empire reduced to running on personal cell phones and post-it notes. The world's top cybersecurity experts, who had been called in to help, noticing something deeply disturbing. They analyzed the ransom note's Bitcoin address, and they realized the payment system was a sham. It was poorly coded, designed in a way that attackers could never even know who had paid. And that led to a chilling realization. If the attackers never intended to collect any money, what did they want? The answer came from the forensics team digging through the malware's code. And when they found it, it changed everything. This wasn't ransomware. The code didn't contain a key to lock the files. It contained a command to erase them. The encryption was just a disguise, a clever piece of theater to create confusion while the real damage was being done. And that's when they understood the true horror of their situation. This wasn't a hostage situation, it was a digital assassination. And the victim was one of the most important companies in the world. The shipping giant AP Mahler Maersk, the company responsible for nearly 20% of all global trade. The malware, which the world would come to know as NotPetya, was a cyber weapon created by a nation-state attack, Ukraine, that had now escaped into the wild and found the perfect, unsuspecting victim. The team at Maersk faced a terrifying reality. Their data wasn't locked, it was gone, permanently. And worse, their backups were managed by the same network that had just been erased. It was a fortress that had been wiped from the map, with no blueprint left to rebuild it. The company was, for all intents and purposes, dead. Unless they could find a miracle. The frantic call went out to every corner of their global empire. Find us a clean computer. Find us one single machine anywhere in the world that was not connected to the network when the attack happened. Find us a digital survivor. For days, the search turned up nothing. Hope was fading, and then a call came in. It was from an IT administrator in a small office in Accra, Ghana. He explained that there had been a routine power outage in his neighborhood earlier in the week, and his main server had been offline for hours. He had just gotten it back online. He checked it. It was clean. Because of a random power cut half a world away, this one machine, this one digital ghost, had survived the apocalypse. That server contained the company's only remaining copy of its global user directory. It was their blueprint. It was their Rosetta Stone. It was flown on the next available flight to the UK, treated like the crown jewels. And with it, a heroic team of engineers began the impossible task of rebuilding Maersk's entire digital world, one server at a time. 10 days later, they had done it. The company was back online, but the message was clear. The attack cost Maersk over $300 million, but the true cost was the loss of innocence for the entire corporate world. It was the moment everyone realized that a geopolitical conflict could spill over and erase a global company in a blink of an eye. It makes you wonder, what other digital weapons are out there, just waiting for the right power outage to pass, waiting for the right moment to be unleashed? That brings us to the end of our first episode of Digital Fallout. A final thank you to the incredible journalists and researchers whose work made this story possible. For a list of our primary resources, please check out our show notes. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe. You've been listening to Privacy Please. Thank you so much for the support. If you like this format, let me know. I'm going to keep doing it. See you guys next week.